So first of all, I wanted to come on this evening I don't know what type of filter this is. It looks like I have like a lot of makeup on or something. I don't know. Good evening, wives, and happy self-care Monday. Don't mention this, okay? I actually had an appointment today, and I drove to my appointment to get my hair did today because I was really, really excited about hair day. I get really, really excited about hair day. And my hair person totally forgot that I had an appointment, and so she was not there. So that explains this part. Okay, we're gonna try again tomorrow. I was excited because as we go into the end of the year, as we come to the end of the year, holiday season and all that type of stuff is coming up. There are like a lot of deadlines that's due. When you are in this entrepreneur world, you really, really have to stay on top of your things. And so I can't speak for everyone else, but I know for myself, doing this for a few years now, I have learned the pattern and the cycle and the necessity of taking care of things and not bringing old things into the new year. And so I have really, really been on a quest to take care of some of those things and really meet my goals and really trying to do everything that I need to do so that I can come to this place of rest. And so I was super excited about Monday because I was thinking about changing my, adding. I was thinking about adding an additional day for my self-care day on Mondays, because I, as a coach, as a provider, as a business owner, as a wife, as a mother, as Tanika, I made a decision to join a group of young ladies that just kind of basically help with your well-being as well. Good evening. And so it is a place that teaches you how to rest on purpose. I am absolutely guilty, good evening, of not being able to turn off. And so because I have a hard time sometimes coming down from work, coming down from coaching, coming down from mommy and coming down from wifey and today I had to go and get a whole nother mailbox. Like, we have real life going on over here, right? Real life happens for everyone. It's not just you, wife. It's not just you. Like, it's happening for everyone. And so sometimes in doing those things, it is hard to turn off. And so one of the things I felt like the Lord has been really, really tugging at me about doing, and this is why I came on tonight to share, because just like I share with my wives, take care of yourself, make sure that you're prioritizing yourself, making sure that you are taking care of your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, making sure that you are getting that rest in, make sure that you are doing something that you enjoy doing. I feel like the Lord has been tugging at me and telling me, you need to do the same thing. Like, you need to do the same thing. Don't be telling everybody to take care of themselves and you ain't taking care of yourself. You need to know how to turn off. And I am guilty of that. And so even though I wasn't able to get my hair did, it's okay. We're going to try again tomorrow. We'll try again tomorrow. I don't like missing hair day. Okay. I'm real serious when it comes down to hair day, but it's okay. We're going to try again tomorrow. I knew I had the meeting tonight with the group of young ladies, and it was awesome. It was a very awesome. Miss Tanya actually was my first mentor. She was actually my first mentor. She was the one who spoke in my life and spoke over my life and shared with me about some of the things that she's, felt like God was telling her about me, and where she had, where God was, taking me. I was underneath her mentorship for, I think, over 12 weeks. She was the one who taught me how to be a wife. She was the one who unraveled some of these things about just being a wife in general. Like, just things that if you did not go to premarital counseling, or even if you did not get that type of teaching, she was that one who really broke down and explained to wives what their role is as a wife and what you should be doing as a wife. And so, of course, when I seen her mentioning that she was doing a 7-week just like a 7-week course, basically just, really wanting ladies to come in and learn ways how to rest intentionally. I knew that was the Lord, like, shaking at me, like, come on, this for you sign up for this. And so I did. I signed up for it, and it was phenomenal. It shared a lot of great information. And so I wanted to come in tonight and just share some of my takeaways and what I received from it. Of course, Matthew 11:28, come to me, and I will give you rest. Come to me, and I will give you rest. And so that was one of the scriptures that she actually referenced. I think Miss Tanya her lab was like a holistic type of lab, and she really broke down, holistic, holy, being whole, being, holy. And so I just always love how she always, in anything that she does, incorporate scripture. I love how she always incorporates scripture. And so one of the things that she said this evening that really stood out to me was, I'm trying to go through my notes. Every decision we make is from a place of rest or a place of stress. I'm like, wow. Every decision we make is from a place of rest or a place of stress. And she said, this is how most or the average person is functioning. This is how the average person is operating throughout life. And so if we're not being intentional about that rest, then we can fall into error. And make a decision based off us not getting the necessary rest that we need. Okay. So that was something that really stood out to me. She also mentioned how it was so many things that stood out to me. She asked a question as far as, like, what do we think rest mean? Like, what does rest mean for you? And different ladies, express, what rest meant for them. But of course, when it came down to me, I'm like, well, I'm self-care, queen. Good evening. So I know how to, like, have that leisure time. I know how to, go and, spend some time in nature, have me a nice, book, read me a book. I know how to do those types of things. And so, I don't have a problem with that. I said, so when I think about rest, I mainly, good evening, I mainly want to go to sleep. That's where I be. I'm like, I want to go to sleep. And so, one of the things that she said about that is that, yes, that is true. That is true. That is part of resting, is to go to sleep. But a lot of times if you are not in a place of peace, or if you are not in a place where you're mentally well, if you're not in a place where you feel safe or secure in certain things, you will not be able to rest well. You will not be able to rest well. She also mentioned, I mean, they had doctors on there. They had, different people, from all over. And one of the things that stood out, was just talking about ladies when they're, turning a certain age, and how turning a certain age can cause different types of things to take place when it comes down to your rest, how your hormones and your testosterone and progesterone areas and all these types of things are starting to take place. Good evening. And so just her sharing, it was really, really, really good information, and I'm super excited about the next 6 weeks and what will come out of that. But I wanted to come on and just share my takeaway from that, and just remind why making sure that you're taking care of yourself mentally, going back to this mentally part, it really truly affects so many areas in your life. It really truly affects so many areas in your life. And so even when it comes down, good evening, when it comes down to sleep, which was that was my thing. Like, hey, I want to go to sleep. When I think about rest, I think about going to sleep. I know how to self-care. I know how to do those things, but I want to go to sleep. But even when it comes down to that part, one of the things that, like I said, she said, depending on where you are mentally, you can be tired. It's all get out. But if you are mentally not well and you are mentally not taking care of yourself, it will be hard for you to even go to sleep. It would be hard for you to even go to sleep. And a lot of different things can trigger that. A lot of different things can, be, the reason why that you may be, dealing with those types of things. But take care of your mental health wise. It's so very important. You got to take care of your mental health. And I just go back to what she said. Every decision we make is from a place of rest or a place of stress. So think about the times that you have made a decision and you are not mentally well. Think about a time when you are doing something out of a decision based off of you not being mentally well. And so that just goes back to wives who are in situations where, the husband is out the house, or the husband is dealing with addiction, or the husband is dealing with maybe abandonment has taken place, or maybe adultery has taken place. And you wife, receiving this type of information or taking this kind of information in and have not properly processed through that, digest that, really talk through that, navigate through that, you are in a state of mental shock. So any type of decision that you make, it can lead you to error. And so I just thought I would just come on and just share that little quick fast thing with you. It was awesome to be able to I was a student. I didn't have to be coached tonight. I was able to sit and receive, and I'm really, really looking forward to doing that, because even us as coaches and entrepreneurs and business owners, even us as we out here on these website streets, and we out here, on these Instagram stories, and we out here just trying to do what we can to help others during this time. We also have to make sure that we are prioritizing ourselves and make sure that we're doing our work. And so just like I encourage my wives to take care of themselves, you have to understand that the Lord deals with Tanika, not just Coach T, but Tanika. He deals with Tanika about taking care of herself as well. And so I want to encourage you, guys. I want to encourage you, if you are still in that place where you I need to talk to somebody about this foolery. I need to talk to somebody about this man. I need to talk to somebody about what's going on, what's taking place in my house. Lord have mercy. The holidays are here. This man ain't came home yet. He acting a straight nut. I need to figure this thing out. Don't sleep on that, because you won't be able to sleep on it well anyways. Don't rest. Don't just say, okay, well, I'm going to just chill, just get through the holidays, the new year coming up, and I'm going to do something different this time. It's going to be better, whatever. It is not. We have to make a decision to invest in ourselves. We have to make a decision to invest in ourselves in order for us to be our healthy best self. And so many are sitting on the sideline waiting for that next opportunity. And God, like, I done sent people your way. I done sent Coach Tanika your way, and you didn't take hold of this. You didn't take hold of this. So making sure that you're taking care of your mental state is important. And if you are dealing with a crisis such as abandonment, adultery, addiction, abuse, mentally and emotional distress in your marriage, and you have not talked to anyone about it, besides your family, besides your homegirl, besides someone, that you can, your coworker. I'm talking about talking to someone who can understand you and actually help you and give you godly counsel. I want to encourage you. To sign up for your consultation, okay? You can sign up at www.marriagechroniclesbytanika.com. Listen, I ain't want to hold y'all long. I might come back on again later on in the week when they actually do my head, because they didn't do it tonight, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to be able to lay down and rest knowing that I got some good information, and I wanted to share it with you as well, wife. Okay? So y'all enjoy the rest of your Monday, and I'll see you soon. All right? Blessings.